Alright, so I already have the door panel off. There's a ton of videos on this, but it's basically 3 screws. There's one right here, like where the door handle is. You're going to pop the little cover off. And then you have another one right here where the grab handle is, and right below the grab handle. Now these ones, the little covers don't come fully off. They kind of just pop out and then bend down. Basically, once you get those screws out, the bottom of the door, just pull on it. It's all clips, it pulls out, and you can kind of wiggle and jiggle it out. So once you got the door panel off, you gotta pull back this plastic. Try not to rip it, and try to keep this weather seal stuff. You're gonna stick it back on afterwards. So once you get this pulled back, you have to unplug the door handle, otherwise it will not come out when it's plugged in. All right, so we gotta get this plastic plug off to get to that T30 that's on an angle. It's like on a 45. So basically just plastic pry tool, get under it, and just pump it up. And there's a T30 Torx right in there on an angle. You have to loosen that off, and that's gonna pull this part off. I already had it loose. You may have to wiggle and jiggle it to get it out, but it pops out. So you do not have to take this one out. This T30 can stay, but you do have to unplug this. So what you do is pull this thing back, tuck the wire around so you can push it all the way back, which now it is. Now this piece here is gonna bend forward. Now to do that, you can't just pull on it. So in here, you're gonna get above this little piece and then kind of just pry it down, and then it'll pop open. Right? Now, this has to come fully out. See this black piece of plastic? There's a kind of a hole with a white piece. You need to get on the, okay, this is the passenger door. You need to get on the right of that white piece and then kind of tilt it inwards, and it should just pop there. Now the handle, like I said, will not come out if this is plugged in. Don't worry about anything on the inside. You don't need to take any of the, there's like that metal rod that goes up for the lock. You don't have to worry about that. So now you're just gonna basically pull the door handle back, and then it pops out. I already took this off so that the rubber pieces here came off. But you can see that T30 on the inside, you don't need to worry about. You can just leave that one in. So that's for the front doors. The 2 front doors have power, the back ones don't, but the back one's a completely different process. So I'm gonna show you that one. All right, so the back, same process for taking the door panel off. I'm not gonna show that, but you have to kind of pull this plastic back and just ride your fingers along this like rubbery, sticky kind of, I don't know if it's silicone or some type of weather stripping. We're gonna stick it all back on afterwards, just to give us a little bit of working. Yeah, that should be enough. Now, the front door has a plug here that you can get to that T30. Well, that T30 on this one is right in here. So you have to take these 3 T30s out, unplug this plug here, and then this whole mechanism will drop down. It won't drop down if you have it plugged in. It'll just kind of hit this. So unplug it first, and that T30. This will just kind of drop down out of the way. Just kind of fell in there, but it's good. Now, that T30, where's my light? Right in back there. Figures, this one's too short. Okay, let's try that again. You need a long T30 to get all the way in there. Mine was a little short. And then basically you just keep unscrewing until you'll hear like a noise. It won't fall out. Hear that? That noise? So that's basically bottomed out. Okay, if you get frustrated, you get a plastic tool. There you go. Inside, you have to just unlatch that. This thing kind of like locks the door handle in place. Just push it all the way. And now, that's it. The door handle should come out. There it comes out. Perfect. Now we can PPF the door and not have a seam underneath the door handle. Once you know how to do this, it should take 30 minutes to take all the door handles off, and then maybe another 30 minutes to put them all back on. So I'd say account for like roughly an hour worth of work to take these door handles off.